I'm going to take you along with me while I do a complete house removing of my things, and then I'll show you some little sneak peeks of the carpet along the way. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, then welcome. My name is Mia and I chat all about holistic and clutter-free spaces. So if that's something you're into, be sure to click subscribe and turn on those notifications so that you will be notified when I release a new video every Tuesday. So this is a really exciting week. I'm out running errands right now, but this is the week that we got new carpet, finally. Some of you may know that we had a leak in our condo about 90 days ago. I had no idea that it was gonna take this long to finally get new floors. There are still parts of our kitchen and our home where we're walking on plywood. So this week we are getting new carpet. Actually, they just installed the new carpet, so I'm going to get to show you how that process went. And then in a couple of weeks, they're actually going to be doing the wood flooring as well, and I'll do an updated video on the whole renovation at that point. But today you're going to get some sneak peeks of our new carpet, and you're going to get to go along into the cleaning and decluttering and donating process with me as I go through all of our belongings for all of the carpeted rooms. That's gonna include our living room and the bedrooms. Pretty much everything was relocated to the dining room, so you'll get to see exactly how much stuff was crammed into our dining room that we went through, some of the donation choices that we made out of this whole process, and just a little bit of my daily flow throughout this process as I documented it. Day one was really just about getting things out of the room and getting them relocated into mostly the dining room. We did move some things into our bathroom that were upstairs that we could fit. We were leaving the big furniture, so the beds, the chairs, the tables, but we were responsible for removing all of the technology, all of the lamps, making sure that drawers were all emptied and that all of the stuff was off of the counter. So basically it was just down to the empty rooms with empty furniture. We didn't get started quite as early as I would have hoped, so day one was pretty short-lived. And that's because we kind of on a whim decided to spend the weekend at the beach and come back the day before all of this had to be done. So we were pretty limited on what we could accomplish in day one, and we still did pretty good. We got everything out of their locations and into the new zone. I didn't really get a chance to go through much specifically as far as decluttering or making decisions. It was really just kind of a mad rush to get all of the belongings out of their locations that were in the bedroom and in the living room and into some other spot where they weren't going to be in the way. Day two was when the magic started happening. The guys showed up to do the carpet. They pulled the carpet up out of the living room, which was exciting to finally see things moving forward. Because of all of the stuff that we had going on, I decided that I was going to give online grocery shopping another go. We have not had great luck with online grocery shopping. We've used Safeway and they've messed it up every single time. So this time I thought I would give Amazon Fresh a try. And I have to say I was really pleasantly surprised. They did not give us any errors. We've actually used them again since that time, and again they did not give us any errors, and everything was fresh and good to go. So I'm really happy with that so far. So part of my day was just bringing in the groceries, putting everything away, which luckily was right next to the area where we had all of our stuff piled up for me to be able to go through, so I wasn't getting in the way of the guys who were doing the carpet too much. was really exciting to get to walk on the floor in my bare feet on the brand new carpet and just kind of soak it all in. It is so soft and so padded. The day went by a lot quicker than I anticipated. I was able to make it through some stuff. My goal was to declutter as much as possible before the next day when I would be able to move some things back into their home location. I was able to at least clear off the dining room table so that we were able to eat at it on night 2, which was great. I tried a new recipe for Instant Pot lasagna. I'm always looking for new Instant Pot recipes ever since I got this pot for Christmas this past year, and I've really been enjoying it. Super simple, keeping everything in one spot, which I love. So I did have to take a break to get the Instant Pot rolling and get dinner made. I will say I am not always the chef over here. We each have our rotation. Even the kids have their rotation and meals that they cook. But today I was really excited to try this new recipe, and it was easy for me to get things going since I'm already working on the stuff in the dining room right next to me. This also has not been a just me project. This is something that people have been helping out with in other rooms behind the scenes, just not on camera. So on day 2, they were able to complete the living room carpet and the master bedroom carpet. Day 3, they were going to be working on the girls' carpet and the stairs and the hallway, which would have been all that was left. It turns out that they did have to roll the stairs into an additional day, so there was a day 4 in this process, but I still was able to have some wiggling room around the house to actually put things back in their spot and to make some piles for donation items. These shoes I've had for about 8 years now, and I've loved these shoes every winter. As you can tell, they are starting to fall apart. We also have plenty of clothes and some books and games, board games that we're not playing quite so much. Some books that we've donated. In addition, moving the couch out of the living room and going through all of the living room bins made me realize that we just did not need all of these throw pillows. And some of them, my youngest daughter was really excited for me to get rid of. In particular, these pink ones that have pokey feathers that kind of poke through them. So I finally took this opportunity to just go ahead and donate some of these extra pillows that we don't need. So for the carpet, guys, day 4 was all about just finishing up the stairs. They were able to do the girls' bedroom, which ended up taking longer than was expected because of the IKEA bunk bed. I think it gave them a little bit of trouble taking apart and putting back together the IKEA bunk bed, but they still managed to get the girls' carpet and the hallway carpet done. And then this final day was just really about coming in and doing the stairs. And I really love what they did with them. They changed it up a little bit from what it initially was. It was just waterfall stairs, and they bull-nosed all of the edges, which was really cool. For me, today was about getting the rest of the stuff out the door. So today is the day that I went and I made all of my donation bags. I bagged everything up and took it to the actual donation center. We cleared out space inside of the dining room. If you catch glimpses of the floor, you'll notice that part of it is like old style vinyl and part of it is jagged wood floor. That's because to date, we've only ripped up half of the wood floor. We need to do the rest of it by next week when the guys come in to lay down the new wood. We also, which you don't see, have chunks out of the plywood, and we do have sections where we're just walking on plywood. So that's been fun. Overall, I'm really excited. I love the finished product with the carpet. I'm glad that we were able to get everything done before the wedding in a couple of weeks, which is huge, and that's been one of the biggest stressors, is trying to get this done before the wedding day and before, you know, my mom comes and stays here for a week and a half with the kids. I wanted to have it all ready to go, and so I'm glad that we were able to just cut it in under that timeline. And you know, I'm also really excited that we had this opportunity. I guess maybe it was a blessing in disguise because A, we got new flooring, which is great, even though it's taken a long time. But B, we're going through all of our belongings, so everything is really going to be extremely fresh when we come back from our honeymoon, after the wedding and everything. There won't be a space inside of this condo that hasn't been touched because literally all of the floor will have been changed, which means that all of the furniture will have been emptied and our hands will have pretty much been on everything that we own by that point. I'm so glad that you're here to share this whole process with us. If you like these kind of videos and you want to see more of me walking you through some of the processes that I go through in my own home, be sure to give this video a thumbs up so that I'll know that you are into this type of content. And either way, if you are interested in topics about decluttering and minimalism and clutter-free living and just your home space and optimization, then be sure to go ahead and click subscribe and turn on those notifications, and I will catch you here next week.